Yeah, what is it? So long. It's fun.
When you have a moment, I'd like to speak to you. What can I help you with? Remember our last conversation, when you told me the artifacts made you feel like you were being pulled across the entire galaxy? Well, it got me thinking, so I dove into our archives and started looking through Constellation's older journal entries. Just because I wasn't familiar with the experience you described, doesn't mean the same might have been true for my predecessor. Really? I'm surprised that I haven't. After reading those journals, all of the pleasant memories of my time spent with Aja just started flooding back. Oh yes, absolutely. I didn't mean to compare. Those were just, I don't know, different times. Aja was the one that taught me the ropes at Constellation and took me under her wing as her protege. Now that you mention it, you're probably right. Either way, we logged quite a few interesting discoveries together. Honestly, it wasn't so much what Aja and I discovered in our travels. It was the journey that was memorable. Exactly. For me, it was all about the quieter moments. There was nothing quite like sitting back and watching space bend while listening to Aja spin vivid stories to fill the time. Oh, I find that sort of cozy isolation the best way to really get to know someone. Yeah, you know, being alone in interstellar space, nothing but light years of black around you. Some people find that terrifying. I find it comfortable. It helps me bond with my shipmates. I'll take that as a compliment. Thank you. You know, all this talk about Aja reminds me that my time with her was a gift. I miss her dearly. No, she retired. Living on Porima 2 now, I think. Come to think of it, if we're ever out that far, perhaps we could pay her a visit, and I could make proper introductions. Well, I don't expect you to be a carbon copy of Aja. Just be yourself. You see, it's clear that we share the same hunger to discover what's out there. And that, well, that's what intrigues me about you. I don't know if I deserve to be that close to anyone right now. If you knew about the things that I've done, the way my life's unfolded, I think your opinion of me might change. Please, give me some time. I have to go.
Careful near the railings on the upper levels. It's a long way down.
Look at this place. I can't imagine being cramped down here, choking on the fumes and the dust. No trees, no grass. It's depressing. can't imagine being stuck down here gathering rocks for a living when there's an entire universe to explore.
You got the look of a miner about you. Maybe when the new contracts finally open up, you'll give it a go. Welcome, welcome. Nice to meet you. Name's Trevor, mining director for the Deimos mining project here in scenic underground Sidonia. I could spare a minute or two to chat, so long as you're not looking for mining work, I suppose. Argos, huh? Yeah, I've heard of them. That's great, but yeah, unfortunately all our mining contracts are filled right now.
Unless... maybe you could help me out with a job. Off the books.
Great! I promise it's nothing that'll get anyone in any kind of trouble. See, you might have noticed that our equipment ain't exactly holding together like it used to. Problem is, we can't get new equipment unless we start exceeding our quotas. And we can't do that until we get new equipment. A real dilemma, right? I've got a plan for solving our little problem, though. Okay, glad you're still on board. First, I need someone from the outside to bolster our yields so we can prove that we can exceed our quota. I'll fill you in on the rest of the details after you've hauled up some ore. One standard quota should do. I need to know I can trust you with the easy stuff first. When you've got enough, drop it off in the bin over there for processing. Then come see me.
I sure hope this hearing loss isn't permanent.
Are you shooting at ghosts now?
Okay. I can see you're serious about helping me. Great. Now, the next part is a little trickier. Our Director of Mining Operations, Peter Brennan, fired his last assistant over a month ago. Peter's the only one who can approve the order for new equipment, and unfortunately, he's useless without an assistant. I think I've got a surefire way for you to get that job. Then you, as his assistant, can get him to sign off on the approval. You don't think I've tried? Like I said, the guy is literally useless without his assistant. I don't even know if he knows how to actually use a computer. And everything Deimos does is so mired in bureaucracy because of their contracts with the UC. Which means, unfortunately, we need to do all the things by the book if we want them done at all. Now hold on, it's not that easy. You'll need to apply for it like anyone else. Head to the Deimos Star Yard's office up in orbit to fill out the application. It's where that job is posted. Come back and see me when you've done that, and we'll talk about how to secure the position for you.
You're jumping through a lot of hoops to get those miners the equipment that they need.
So, I hear you've been making yourself pretty useful around the ship, Cora.
I have, Dad. I want to be as good a co-pilot for the captain as I am for you.
Well, you're doing a great job, Stringbean. I'm proud of you. What do you say we get you a new outfit next time we're planetside?
It still fits, Dad. And I love it. Now, a new book.
Dodging your hail. Deimos Star Yard is open for business 24/7. You're clear to dock.
And we are locked in.
When humanity
Welcome to Deimos.
Для строительства первоклассных военных кораблей требуется большое количество ценных ресурсов, разбросанных по всей территории освоенных систем. Deimos ищет целеустремленных предпринимателей, которые смогут обеспечить нас товарами, необходимыми для выполнения работы. Есть ли у вас все необходимое для того, чтобы работать с Deimos'ом и при этом зарабатывать деньги? Циркумфлекс. За более подробной информацией обращайтесь к нашему специалисту по продажам Сандре Фуллертон. Deimos активно использует следующие ресурсы: алюминий, аргон, хлор, циркумфлекс, медь, железо, свинец, никель, уран. Чтобы узнать, какой ресурс пользуется спросом, и заключить контракт, обратитесь к нашему региональному специалисту по продажам. Ищем высокомотивированного сотрудника для оказания помощи руководителю, отвечающему за горные работы, в выполнении повседневных обязанностей. Опыт работы помощником руководителя предпочтителен, но не обязателен. Необходимо быть готовым к переезду на Кедонию. Стажировка не оплачивается. По окончании контракта возможна работа на постоянной основе. Обязанности и ответственность. Оказание административной помощи, которая может включать составление и редактирование сообщений от имени руководителя, ведение служебных записок, управление ежедневным календарем руководителя, организация встреч и совещаний, выполнение мелких бухгалтерских операций. Требуемые навыки и квалификация. Сильные навыки межличностного общения, навыки письменной и устной коммуникации, управление временем и организационные навыки, способность проактивно решать проблемы и принимать решения в интересах руководителя, способность работать в режиме многозадачности. Сколько лет вы имеете опыт работы в качестве помощника руководителя, администратора или другого корпоративного помощника? Какой самый высокий уровень образования вы получили? Сейчас вам будет задан ряд вопросов, которые помогут нам оценить вашу компетентность для этой роли. Пожалуйста, отвечайте честно, насколько это возможно. Руководитель хочет, чтобы вы принесли ему виски аккуратненько. Что это значит? VIP-персона прибывает в офис на встречу с руководителем, который непонятным образом опаздывает. Что делать? Неисправность не позволяет запустить звездолет руководителя, а ему необходимо срочно отправиться на важную встречу за пределами планеты. Какие действия вы предпримете? Работая с электронной почтой руководителя, вы столкнулись с сообщением от человека, утверждающего, что у него есть вредная информация о нем. Как вам следует поступить? Руководитель связывается с вами и просит встретиться с ним в его офисе посреди ночи. Вы можете сказать, что они пьяны. Что вы делаете? Пожалуйста, помните, что все ответы являются окончательными и будут рассмотрены при рассмотрении вашей заявки. Если вы хотите изменить ответ сейчас, выберите опцию «Начать сначала». В противном случае перейдите к разделу «Подать заявку». Благодарим вас за интерес к компании Deimos и за отправленную заявку. Мы рассмотрим ваши навыки и опыт и сообщим вам, если сочтем, что вы подходите на эту должность. Мы благодарны вам за то, что вы выбрали компанию Димос.
Deimos builds some of the toughest ships in the settled systems. That's probably why the UC Navy continues to contract with them to this day.
Ah, it's nice to see someone not in uniform. They can be so touchy, you know? Always eager to point out the slightest problem. Oh, please tell me you aren't secretly some high-ranking general, are you? You serve with the UC? Actually, don't answer. We sell to everyone. I assume you're here for a ship. Either that, or you are really, really lost. Mr. Henderson handles sales, but if you want to know anything about our ships, I'm your gal. Oh yeah? Well, I take that as a compliment. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. It can be pretty hard working with these no-nonsense military types. Oops. Yeah, I probably shouldn't say things like that, at least not so loudly. I've already been written up twice this week. I can only take so many lectures. Man, I could really use a drink. Yeah, but who thinks to themselves, man, I could really use a nice glass of water after a hard day? What I could really use is Jake's Stout, from Jake's Bar in New Atlantis, of course. Or The Well, to be more specific. I used to love that place when I lived there. I mean, Jake isn't friendly, but he could make a pretty good drink. Say, you're the traveling type, right? Would you mind grabbing me one of Jake's Stouts? Awesome! Thank you so much! I eagerly await your return. If you have your own ship, we're always looking for bulk resources. The Star Yards have negotiated a set price with the Trade Authority, twice the market rate. As a first-time contractor, I am required by law to let you know that every Star Yard offers the same terms. But obviously, you should deal with us. Depending on your cargo hold size, you may need to make several trips to fulfill the order. So what we need is copper. The request is for a large quantity, 5,000 units of it. Excellent. This invoice has the details. Let me see your manifest. Huh, it doesn't appear you have anything to deliver. Sorry. Deimos has every type of ship you need. I mean, they're very good, obviously. But these days, everyone's using the same core tech, right? Oh, shit. Do you know you can be lectured on being too honest? Right. What makes Deimos special, though, is the package. We've been building ships forever, and the way we put it all together, well, it's really good. In a, I'm gonna murder my enemies sort of way. The UC Navy. I repaired just about every class of vessel there is. I even repaired Henderson's longsword once or twice. I swear that man has a guardian angel with him full time. Or 3. Deimos hired me because I know every rivet and microchip on these ships. So if Henderson gets stumped on something, it's showtime. Oh, yeah. Bye.
This is United Colony Space. Maintain current course while we scan for contraband.
You look well.
talk to me?
Almost break time.
Don't worry. Trust me. This is the best shot we've got at getting that request approved. Okay, now we need to ensure you get hired. Basically, we'll need to make sure you're the only choice. To do that, you'll need to get access to the HR terminal in the corporate office upstairs on the main level. If you delete the other applications from the system, you'll be a shoo-in. I happen to know that the HR director, Tia, and the other women in the office tend to go to the Broken Spear for happy hour at 5 every evening. That's your window of opportunity. Believe me, if you knew Tia, you wouldn't worry. I'll be honest, she's so overworked and behind in her tasks that I don't even think she knows there are any applications. That's a good point, though. Once your application is in, I'll ping her and ask her to take a look to see if any applications came in for me. That should get her to finally take a look, see yours, and if all goes well, she'll hire you on the spot. That's the spirit! Believe me, this is gonna help everyone. By the way, the HR password is password spelled backwards, which Tia thinks is pretty clever. She gets talkative during happy hour, and loud. Surprised everyone doesn't know her password, honestly. Anyway, should be pretty easy. Good luck.
Did you know Deimos makes the majority of the ships for the UC Navy? If you ask me, that's a hell of a lucrative contract.
Do you work mining must be a fun job, or else why would we keep getting so many applicants?
Горнодобывающее оборудование. Я знаю, что это не самое подходящее место. Что вы поднимать эту тему? Но я не могу получить ответ от Питера. Наши инструменты разваливаются, и нам очень нужны новые. Может быть, вы можете с ним связаться? Бросить в него пачку бумаги, чтобы привлечь его внимание? Он же руководитель, черт возьми. Я знаю, что он чей-то богатый сын, но это становится смешным. Тревор. Напоминание о кампании. В связи с новыми правилами на рынке объединенных колоний все новые корабли, начиная с 1 января 2331 года, должны иметь насосы охлаждающей жидкости класса Е или выше. Мы должны соответствовать требованиям прошлого года, но, пожалуйста, проверьте все закупки и установки насосов охлаждения, чтобы мы могли продолжать поставлять нашу продукцию всем жителям освоенных систем. Поиск, где найти хороший виски. Он опять за свое, Питер. Похоже, снова считает, что программа обмена сообщениями — это что-то вроде функции поиска. По крайней мере, он пользуется компьютером, я думаю. Гилы.
My investments really took a pounding last quarter. I hope the market stabilizes soon.
I sure hope his hearing loss isn't permanent.
Don't worry, we're gonna make sure, and I can say that I've got some good news for you. I just saw the company message go out that you've been hired as Peter's assistant. Congratulations. Next step should be easy. Just go to work for Peter, and when you get access to his terminal messages, you'll see my request. All you've got to do is approve that request, and we'll be right on with it. Then we can get that new equipment and show corporate how it's done.
Error. Reading procedure 00579AF.
You're finally back. I feel like you've been gone for ages. Do you know how tough this job is without an assistant? Good. Now, let's make... You look a bit different than I remembered. Did you go to Enhance? No. Now I remember. They told me they sent me someone new. Anyway, they told me you were a strong candidate for this job. So, I'm looking forward to seeing how well you do. Well, enough chit-chat. Let's get to work. Not quite. I need you to do something much more important before you get to that. I'm expecting a personal shipment. I'm not sure why, but the last time this happened, my assistant ended up speaking to Governor Hurst about it. Now, run off and get it for me. I don't know. At first I thought I had multiple assistants that rotated in and out, but it seems I've only ever had one at a time and they all just stopped showing up. I believe my last assistant was supposed to get me some coffee, but never came back. I honestly wasn't listening to whatever they were crying about. Oh, do they cover nothing in orientation anymore? No, strike that. We got rid of orientation, didn't we? Anyway, it's not important. Your job is easy. You do what I ask, and that's pretty much it. I'm surprised you've forgotten that's the... All right, no assistant. I keep forgetting. I could, but we'd be wasting valuable time, so no. What's in the shipment? A good assistant knows it's not their place to ask. Bad assistants get fired. Mediocre assistants get... You know what? I forgot where I was going with this, but it doesn't matter. Just get it for me, will you? Also, I don't quite remember. But it is important, that I know. Yeah.
You found someone else.
Yeah.
I couldn't be prouder than to govern the UC's first major space colony. Ah, hello. Welcome. I don't usually have time to speak with random people off the street, but I'd be happy to help if it's something quick. What can I do for you? Something important, huh? Well, lay it out for me. Well then, you've been quite busy making a name for yourself, haven't you? Oh, it's okay. You can drop the act with me.
Interesting. It appears Governor Hurst